Brought to you by Penguin.
Follow Me to Ground by Sue Rainsford. Read by Kate Handford, Adam Sims, Francine Brody, Crystal Clarke, Jamael Westman, and Amy Finnegan. Part 1. The summers here are made of long, untended grass and flat lemon light. Baking ground, sunshine haze. Shadows cast so dark and deep they seem as solid and alive as the bodies that throw them. The summers here see even the mornings sharp with heat. And every morning I leave the hot mess of my sheets to stand outside on the patio stones and study the drain. This gullied, gutted hole. Even now it sparkles with its secret wet supply. I'm fearful of it, the drain. Fearful because no matter how long and dry the summer, slugs come up the drain and creep on their snake bellies round the patio, trying to get into the house. I've hated slugs since I was a child. Once I pinched one between my forefinger and thumb and rubbed it to death. It was a baby, no larger than a bean. At night, I hear their slow procession, all the slugs that live beneath the house. I hear them moving around, shriveling over pebbles and dirt like the skin on staling fruit, wandering blindly up and down the lawn, stalk eyes roving. Now, in the daytime, the garden is all rustle and sigh, and I can't hear whatever sounds their lithe bellies might be making. I see one, its blind snout appearing, a thumb-sized black snake departing the rim of the cracked drain's edge. It heads for the dry grass that sits like crust overcooked around the lush innards of the lawn. If Father were here, he'd scatter salt. He'd pour it down the drain. If I'd the stomach for the sizzle and stink their 1,000 corpses would make, I'd do the same. Father didn't hate slugs, but he was wary of them. Liquid and solid. They're neither one thing nor the other, and they take their time in coming. It's fitting, I suppose, that I should be tracking one today. This day that sees a long wait come to a close. Because the ground is moving. For the first time in all these long, pale years, it's moving. It's finished. Done. Nearby, the lavender, grown in a heap, has had its scent worn away. Such is the way in this heat. Little keeps. Little, that is, above ground. Part 2. Father was always more creaturely than me. There were nights when he'd let his spine loosen and go running on all fours through the woods, leaving sense and speech behind. He'd come back round dawn, his throat and his chest and his belly smeared with red, pushing in the back door and straightening up in the kitchen. Bones clicking, shoulders rolling into place. He'd say, "Why don't you ever come hunt with me, Ada?" And I'd laugh and remind him that I'd pleasures all my own. Every morning when we were expecting a cure, he'd say, "You've a cure today, Ada," as if he needed to remind me, as if I'd ever once forgot. I'd be kneeling in the grass, getting familiar with a cricket or a bird, and he'd call to me, just for the satisfaction, it sometimes seems, of disrupting me. Cure today, cure today. This particular morning it couldn't have been long after 6, but already the summer heat was settling in. The sky wide and bleached, and the ground calling for rain. The garden is long, and mostly grass, but back then, close to the house, we kept a patch of moist, fragrant soil. This was as much ground as Father had managed to tame, and it was where we put cures that needed long, deep healing. The easier ones we saw to...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?